If you're watching this, congratulations. You have made it. You've poured your money, time, blood, sweat, and tears into your game, and now it's a hit. Your indie game is now one of the icons for indie game development, inspiring other creators around the world. Pat yourself on the back, brother. You have earned it. But now what? I mean, I never thought I'd get this far. You probably never thought you would get this far. Most advice you see online focuses on how to make a game. You know, here's how to code, here's how to design a level, here's how to promote, here's how to market. But what about after your game succeeds? Well, that's where the real questions start. Do you retire early? Enjoy retirement. Do you go to a casino and bet it all on black? But let's say that you want to continue making indie games. So we're going to talk about the biggest do's and don'ts for people that have made a successful indie game. All right, let's start with the obvious. Do number one, hire an accountant. I know it's not glamorous, but you just got to hear me out here. An accountant isn't just about, filing taxes. They are your financial GPS. Imagine this, your game is selling well. Money is coming from multiple platforms, Steam, consoles, itch.io, crowdfunding, merchandising. Where is it all going? Who needs to be paid? Did this contractor deliver their work? Did you budget for this or that? These questions pile up fast. And if you don't have someone handling them, you're going to have many, many headaches. An accountant also lets you plan ahead. They can forecast revenue, optimize taxes, and help you decide whether to reinvest profits into the next game or save for personal stability. Basically, they free you to do what you actually want to do, that is, make games. Having a professional on your side is peace of mind, guys. It's not just about the money. You sleep better at night knowing that your financial house is in order. Now, don't number one, upsize too early. Yes, here's a trap that a lot of indie devs fall into. They immediately think that, okay, we have made a hit. Now we need to triple our development team and build the next AAA game. Don't do it. Being small and lean is your biggest advantage as a successful indie developer. You have time. You're not beholden to huge budgets or investors or long approval chains. A bigger team means more meetings, more management overhead, and slower iteration. Bigger does not always mean better. And of course, I'm not saying never upsize. If your next project genuinely requires more hands, let's say that you're doing a fully animated cinematic adventure for some reason, then yes, expand. But if your goal is to continue creating high quality indie games with creative freedom, keeping a lean team is often the smartest choice. Remember, the advantage of money is time. Your time is your advantage. Use it to explore ideas or polish mechanics and experiment without pressure. That's how indie hits happen. There's a reason why Team Cherry, despite selling 15 million copies of Hollow Knight, didn't really upsize. Now, let's go to do number two, localize your game. Localization is one of the most powerful things you can do to your game, even though it may sound boring. Why? More languages equals more money. It's simple math. Let's say your game is text heavy, like a visual novel or a story-driven adventure or an RPG. Without translation, you're immediately cutting off huge markets, China, CIS, Brazil, Japan. Localization isn't just translating text, it's adopting the culture to other countries. You want players to feel the game, not just read it. And of course, you don't even have to always pay hundreds of thousands for professional translators. If your fan base is passionate, loyal, and bilingual, you can involve them. Fan translations are cheaper, faster, and often more accurate because these players care about the game. Plus, they'll hype your game even more once it's accessible in their language. Localization also demonstrates respect for your players. You're basically saying, I want you to play and understand my game fully. That goes a long way in building long-term fan loyalty. Number two of don'ts, I have to tell you guys, don't fall into scope creep. The silent killer, or loud killer, of indie studios. What is scope creep? You already know what it is. It's the temptation to keep adding more shit into your game just because you can. And when you do, your project expands, your deadlines slip, your budgets go all out of whack, and everybody has a bad time. Remember your first game? Why did it succeed? Because it did what it needed to do. It solved a problem, or entertained, or hit the emotional mark. Your next game doesn't have to be 10 times bigger. In fact, adding unnecessary complexity often dilutes what made your first game successful. Set some clear goals, stick to your schedule, and focus on quality of gameplay over quantity of gameplay. Your biggest advantage as a successful indie dev isn't money, it's time. Use it wisely. And we're going to end this off on do number 3, build an online presence. Clout is powerful. Indie devs are in a unique position in the game industry in the fact that you guys aren't faceless. Unlike AAA studios, where your name might never appear outside of the credits, you can leverage your personality and reputation. Think Concerned Apes, Stardew Valley, Toby Fox, Undertale, Edmund McMillan, Binding of Isaac. They didn't just release great games, even if unintentionally, they cultivated an online persona. They became the face of their games. And because of that, they could leverage that trust for future projects. Crowdfunding, or merchandising, or simply selling the next game before it even launches. Would you have bought Deltarune if you didn't know it was from the guy that made Undertale? An online presence isn't about ego, it's just straight strategy. It allows you to communicate with your fans, understand your audience, and build anticipation for your future projects. And yes, this does translate into revenue. Be authentic, share development progress, interact with your community, and show personality. You're in the indie game industry after all. Fans buy into people, not just products. So, we're going to review, hire an accountant. Don't upsize too early. Localize your game. Avoid some scope creep and build your online presence. Follow these steps, and you're not just going to be maintaining success, you're going to be building a sustainable indie career. Thanks for watching. You already know I had to give you a video. So, that's my video for today. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.